beautiful people. Good morning and welcome to Expose and Express online talk show. So this is Jenny Umari. I am your host, and let's all welcome my co-host, Burns, Rochi, and Irina. And I would love to introduce to you our very beautiful and gorgeous guest. Her name is Melissa Charter, and she's from Connecticut. She's a licensed esthetician and owns City Beauty Secrets. And her mantra in life is, love your own kind of beautiful. Thank you so much for being here and for the opportunity to meet you and, of course, share all the things that you know about the beauty inside and out. And so I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is your past story? What is it that you do before you start your business now? And what made you decide to really have your own business?
Sure. It all began, I actually became a math teacher. And I have a lot of friends who are educators. And the opportunity came up where I could be part of a community of women who go into people's homes and help them with their beauty routine, their skin routine, their makeup routine. So I joined that company and I met such amazing women. And I was really young at the time. I want to say I was in my mid-20s. And a girlfriend of mine called. She was going through a divorce the divorce was over. She had called me and needed help putting on her makeup. She was going out for the evening. And this was really the moment I felt like I had an impact on someone feeling great to get back out there after going through such a horrendous time in her life. I remember vividly going over her house. I had just started in this beauty company, and we were in her bedroom, and I was nothing fancy. It wasn't a big glam full on. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was just me in that moment putting eyeshadow on, applying mascara, and her going from the bedroom into the bathroom, and her smiling, and her feet she just kind of sat up a little taller and excited to go out. I believe it was her first date. This was years ago, so I'm trying to remember, but I think it was like her first or second date with this gentleman. And that was a defining moment for me, that people looked to me to make them feel better.
Yes.
So that was the start of it. And then it just kind of grew from there. I would go into more people's homes and realize that a lot of women, and I say women, not that I'm excluding men, but it was mostly women who invited me into their homes. They needed a lot of help with their skincare, with their makeup. And I loved it. I loved getting in the brush and doing my thing. And just watching the women come alive through these gatherings. Then the company went to the wayside. It shut its doors after I was involved, I want to say 4 or 5 years. Still very good friends with all those women I met. Entrepreneur kind of mentality. All of us, wanting to make money, but doing something we love at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, fast forward. I decided to make it happen about 10 years ago. I said, I'm going to become an esthetician. It's just going to happen. Meanwhile, I'm still teaching my regular teaching position. I'm still teaching mathematics, but all this weekends and nights. And then I went to school at nighttime as well. I got a certification in makeup artistry, went to school to become a licensed esthetician. And really the only feasible way for me to do what I love was to do it part-time. So I opened up a business inside of a salon. That's how I started.
Nice.
Then from there, I went to teach at Paul Mitchell, doing their skin and their aesthetics program.
Oh, nice.
A year, and decided working about, 14 hours a day. And I will remind everyone, I have 5 children from the ages of 25 to 9.
Wow.
So it was a lot ended up going back into opening my own business, Connecticut Beauty Secrets, made it official 2 years ago, and now I have my own facial room. That's the short version.
That is so amazing. And you know what, Melissa, I'm so excited because when they said, oh, we're going to have a topic, it's called Beauty Inside Out. And then we're going to have an esthetician. I'm like, yes, finally, you know, because I'm a crazy mom as well. I'm crazy with makeup and skincare. And what, you know, you've had experience of helping women, you know, like giving them confidence, right? Do you still encourage, you know, because some moms, like, you know, we've been moms, they would say, no, I don't have time for that. What can you say about those? You know, any advice you can tell them?
To the moms who feel like they're not giving themselves time?
Yes.
Well, the way I recommend is find something that makes them happy. It could be simple as lighting a candle. It could be as simple as taking a bath. It could be just applying mascara, you know, creating jewelry to wear for themselves. Any little bit, just start with that, whatever makes them happy, and sit with it. See where it brings them, see where it leads them. For a lot of women, it does bring them to the beauty aspect, and for a lot of women, it doesn't. So they have to stay true to themselves, but definitely carve out time to know themselves, even if it's lighting that candle and sitting there for a half an hour. I think I was on the phone with my girlfriend like last week. She's going through a hard time. I said, just lay down, silent, just for an hour.
Yeah.
Think about things that could possibly make you happy again. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, that's nice. You know, I mean, it's nice to know that Rochi here and Melissa have a lot of, you know, things in common. And because I myself is not really like a makeup person, but good to know that even like a mom, you still have time to really take care of yourself and be presentable. And at the same time, your intention is to also like, you know, uplift your friends or family members, or, you know, just uplift a woman, one woman at a time, just like your story. And I really like it. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, I do feel that it's important for you to feed yourself kindness before you're able to give it. So you can want it as much as, you know, helping other people. It really has to start from inside, and then you'll notice it just grows.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We all agree to that, right?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
I
and I want to say, yeah, Melissa, thank you so much for joining us today. This is a great topic for all of us to be part of.
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So I have a question.
Ask away. I could talk for hours.
Do you think that a little bit of makeup really boosts a woman's confidence?
I feel it has the power to. And here's what I want you to kind of make an analogy with. Think of it as jewelry or clothing. It's a way to express yourself. So I absolutely think that it can make someone walk a little taller, feel a little more confident, if it's right for that individual. Sometimes I put on makeup on people and it's just not them. They'll say, oh, it's too heavy, or if it's really not, it has to sit with the person who it works for. Yeah. But I do makeup as, again, like an accessory, like you would earrings, or, you know, people do different hairstyles. It's a way of expressing oneself, so you do feel good about yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
I remember when I was still in the Philippines, and, you know, as everybody knows here, that I used to be an actress, a singer, model, and a radio host in the Philippines. And so I always like tell Rochi when we were talking about the topics, I told her that I don't like putting my makeup on. It takes so much of my time. And I feel like maybe because I've been so used to people putting makeup on me, and then I'm like so spoiled. I'm just gonna sit there, and then they're gonna put makeup on my face, and then I'm ready to go. But if I'm gonna do it on myself, by myself, I can't do it. And then, so when I decided to come over here in the US, I feel so free because I don't really have to put makeup on. Unlike when in the Philippines, I have to always look fabulous even if I go to the supermarket, because you don't know who you're like, dealing with. Like sometimes you've seen your long lost friend, and then they'll tell like, hey, what happened to you? You look awful. So, but they're used to see you like being fabulous and all dolled up, just like what Rachi said here. And so I loved what I was doing then, but I feel like I'm more comfortable without my makeup on. And I even like told Rachi that I have to really put like powder and contour and put a lipstick.
What what do you think every girl should have in their purse?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's for you, Melissa.
What does every girl have in her purse? Oh my goodness. Does it have to be product? Is it product-based question?
Yes.
It's necessities for,
Yeah, and it's not necessarily like brand products or anything that you feel like we need.
Okay, lip moisturizer. You definitely need a lip moisturizer. Some kind of hydration, yes. SPF for sure. People always ask me, what do? You look so good. Oh my gosh, you're 43?
What?
28?
Oh my God, you're 43?
43. And people, but my number one secret is stay out of the sun. So SPF would be the number one besides the lip moisturizer.
Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind.
Oh, okay.
SPF.
Thank you for that.
thank you. I was actually thinking, oh, lipstick, mascara, powder, but yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I would definitely hands down have I'm a firm believer that makeup's fun and it's great to try different things, but you really, really have to take care of your skin.
Yeah, but you know what? Can I just share this? I actually do have a problem with all this, like putting moisturizers and a sunblock. I feel like I don't have time. I feel like it's a waste of time. I think there are some people who's really like that. That's me. But honestly, only because I have a very sensitive skin. I have a very sensitive skin. I have a hormonal imbalance. And if I don't put my makeup on, you're gonna see all my rashes, acne everywhere, and it's awful. It's awful. I'm just really happy that I'm telegenic. I look good on camera, but believe me, though I have like a lot of like hidden stuff on my face. I want to ask Rachi, what can you give? What advice can you give me? Because I know that you already also have a business. The beauty counter is your products or the company.
Yeah, the company, the products that we use.
Okay, great. Rachi, can you give me something that will help me with at least? And of course, also our televiewers,
Well, actually, what I saw, because I have kids who have multiple food allergies, right? And what we learned from the very start is that anything that's happening inside your body, you can see it in your skin. So the first thing is, I know you got food allergies as well, right?
Yes.
So try to avoid those products, those foods that you shouldn't be eating. Yeah, try to avoid those, like, because especially when we have like hormonal acne or something, most of the culprit are wheat and dairy.
Ooh.
So those things, or if you're allergic to something, even shellfish or nuts, just remove it, try to clean it up. And then also some people don't know this, but products also, especially like they would say the organic ones, they do contain food-based items.
I know.
So,
that's what I thought.
so some makeup has wheat on it, or some skincare products has wheat. Like my children, like one of my son is actually allergic to dairy.
Yeah.
So we look for, because most products have say it's a milk-based cleanser. So he can't
Okay.
have it because he's gonna have rashes because
Yeah.
it has dairy products on it.
Yeah.
So those are the things we have to look for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
And
good point.
and then another thing is, why would people say we have to one of the hardest part that I found out in my food allergy journey as well is
Mhm.
that the beauty industry is not as regulated as the food industry.
Oh,
Meaning, in the food industry, we put all the ingredients in the label.
yeah.
Beauty products, skincare products, they are not required by law to put all the ingredients on it.
Oh,
And that's the sad part, because
yeah.
technically they are even protected by law not to disclose their ingredients.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that so?
They can
Yeah.
claim a product to be organic and have a very small percentage
Oh,
an ingredient and to make that claim. You have to be very, very careful and do your research.
Wow.
yeah. Irina and I have the same like issues. So she has a sensitive skin as well. And hers is that she gets itchiness all over, right, Irina? We have the same skin issues. So, well, of course, partly is
For
when we
sure.
are so stressed, right?
Yeah.
So, Irina, do you have
Yeah.
anything that you want to discuss with our professionals here who can actually help us with healing?
Yeah.
And then
This is
next is that I also want the Burns to tell her story why she maintained her beautiful skin. She really has a beautiful skin. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So I can relate to what Jenny's saying. I've always had troubled skin. So acne on my face, on my back. I've tried pretty much any product. I've gone to dermatologists. I've tried to change my diet. The only thing that helps me is the sun, and when I go to the beach and then I swim and I go to the sun, and then I have beautiful perfect skin, and then after it's gone, whenever I'm back from the sun, I can't control the skin situation.
Same
And I did
thing.
try to change my diet, so I don't know what you guys can suggest. I mean, I did see differences or changes when I like eat vegan, which was what I started
Yeah.
doing, but there's still certain stress related things that I can't control. Maybe it's hormonal. I have no clue. What do you guys suggest?
So when you were a teenager, describe your skin at that point. Or when did your issues start for you?
It started, well, definitely when I was a teenager. I think when I was 13. Yeah, when I was 13.
So, and
Can
then
I answer that too? I'm really
Yeah.
like super curious. Can I answer that too? I started when I was in my 30s already.
30s for you, Jenny, and
Yes.
for Irina.
For
Okay.
me, 30s. That's
This
so
is what I
weird.
find when I'm dealing with clients. I usually go back to, when this all began, right? And oftentimes what happens when people come to you, they'll say, I have rosacea, I have acne, and I always go back to, well, what are you doing to your skin currently? Now, you have to understand, you have the medical field, right? Dermatologists. They're going to do what they're trained. They're doctors. They're going to give you medicine, right? They're not, that's what they're trained to do. So oftentimes, clients will come in and their skin is raw because dermatologists have given them products to help, and oftentimes it makes it worse.
Yeah.
But in petition, here's how we're different. We talk about, when did it start? We talk about the food, like Rochi was saying earlier. We talk about your lifestyle. Are you a smoker? We just found out that Irina's a sun lover, which actually, if you do the research, will make your acne a lot worse. So where I begin with you, Irina, is that, what are you currently doing?
Well, I have been using sunblock. This is actually interesting. I have always been using sunblock, and I've changed my diet. So I became vegan. I'm trying to drink more water. And I started doing well, like, you know, cleanser, then toner, and then like a moisturizer.
Let's go back to your cleanser. What type of cleanser are you using?
L'Oreal, just like basic cleanser. I don't know.
Sure. So one thing I want to recommend is that you're using ingredients that help that. Now, again, there's so many choices out there. You can use all natural products like tea tree oil is a very common ingredient you can use to combat acne. So stick with a routine that you're comfortable with. If going simple is easy for you and you're comfortable with that, then go with that. If it's just mascara or just maybe it's a simple concealer that you can kind of tap in and put a couple other places. You have to be comfortable in your own skin. So those Instagrams and everything, they're great. We all want to look like that.
I wish.
You have 5 hours to put it. I don't. So I have to do what's comfortable and quick and easy for me. So I would go that route. So even if something as simple as your basic cleanser, you know, are there acids in the cleanser that are going to help you to shed out those skin cells that are probably blocking your, help me out, Rochi.
Your
Dead
pores.
skin.
Yeah, the pores.
Dead skin.
So basically your pore is an empty, think of it as like an empty container and your hair follicle coming out of this like empty container. If you're not shedding the dead skin cells, if you're not shedding all that pollutants that are getting in there, it's just going to build up and build up. So number one, you want to make sure you're using a cleanser that's designed specifically that's going to help you. Another thing a lot of people don't understand is that there are 4 different grades of acne.
Wow.
You know, somebody will come in with one pimple. Oh, I have acne skin.
It's one pimple.
Yeah, you have one pimple. So there's 4 different grades of acne, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is cystic, and it can get, and that's a dermatologist. That is out of my realm, per se. Usually stage 2 and 3 is like, you can have cystic papules, you can have pustule papules. So is it blackheads? You have to kind of, I can't tell, Irina, by looking at your skin.
Yeah, it's very well camouflaged.
You and your esthetician will go over. A dermatologist is not going to take it, whereas an esthetician will kind of go through more of what's best for you personally.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Then there's actually lots of serums out there that can combat all sorts of stuff. I stick to aging stuff, but there's serums out there that can help you combat your whatever ailment, for lack of better, whatever your concerns are. There's a serum out there that can help target that. And then a lot of people think that moisturizers are, well, I have acne. If I'm going to put moisturizer on, it's going to clog. That's not, you do need moisturizers because it has some healing properties in there as well.
Oh.
It's actually very involved. Like, it would take me a good hour to go through with you, Irina, exactly. I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you should. But it's really having an appointment with both your derm and your SD to figure out what's going to be a workable solution for you. And that's not even including machinery. Like, we have high frequency we can use to help you with your acne. We have LED lights that can help you with your acne. So there's so many roads and avenues you could go down, dependent on.
So you're saying it's important to see somebody who can look at my skin or at a person's skin and really determine like what's going on in a specific case, right? There isn't like a solution that fits all, one for all kind of a thing.
Yes. Yes.
Would you suggest an esthetician rather than a dermatologist?
Both simultaneously.
Well, when I went to a dermatologist, they gave me antibiotics and I was allergic to them.
What?
Oh
That's crazy.
That's
my God.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like how you explain it to us, the difference between esthetician and a dermatologist.
Thank you, Melissa. Now, speaking of skincare, among my co-hosts, I always see Burns, and
Yes.
she got this amazing skin because she doesn't put makeup at all, unlike me or Jenny or the other girls. But she got glowing skin. So,
Yes.
what is your regimen or your routine, Burns?
Well, so a little background. My mom used to be in skincare, and I just love her whole line, especially when I started working. I was able to afford that. And so I saw how she does things. So, like, she would have like a mild cleanser and then a toner to close up the pores and moisturizer. And I would, like, for me, what worked for me is once a month I would exfoliate and also do a mask. So, and I'll just do like moisturizer in the morning, cleanse, toner, moisturizer, and then in the evening the same, because you're out on the streets and dust and whatnot goes on your
Wait,
face.
moisturizer also in the evening.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So wait, wash your face and then moisturize in the morning and then
Toner.
moisturize in the evening.
So I cleanse, so that's washing the face, and then a toner, and then a moisturizer. It's better if your moisturizer has SPF, as Melissa had advised. So what do you think? What do you think? Do you think I'm doing the right? I'm 47, by the way.
See?
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think your basic, you have your basic, you have your cleansing, your toning, and your moisturizing. Assuming those are the correct products for your skin type and skin condition. And then exfoliating 2 to 3 times a week, masking about once a week, and then
Can I write this down?
Good.
applying any serums after your toner. Make sure you're applying your serums, and you can layer your serums. So don't forget. So for example, if you have a hydrating serum and then you're following that up with, let's say, for example, a brightening serum, whichever consistency is the thinnest is the one you will want to apply first. So it goes thin to thickest. And then don't forget to use your ring fingers for any eye creams as well.